Okay, so we've defined your shadow mission as a detour. It's the mission that we're tempted to pursue in place of God's true calling in our lives. So in this video, we're going to talk about how do we find our true mission then. And actually, it's really pretty simple. Every believer's true mission is the same: to help people pursue God, to help people pursue a relationship with God. That's the goal of every single Christian. If you're a Christian, this is what Jesus wants for you. This is the mission. It's going to work itself out in different ways. Some people will be in full-time ministry. Most people won't. But every single person who's a follower of Jesus, your true mission in life is to help people pursue God. Now let's take a look at it from Matthew chapter 22. Jesus here, he's being addressed by the Sadducees and the Pharisees, some of the spiritual leaders back in his day. And one of them asked this question, trying to sort of trip him up. He said, "Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law?" And here's how Jesus answered it. He said, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind." He said, this is the first commandment. And the second is like it: love your neighbor as yourself. So take a look at this. Love the Lord your God. In other words, Jesus is giving him an answer. This is the mission of every single person. First, pursue God for yourself. You love God. Love is a relational word. Jesus is saying you should love the Lord your God. You should pursue an ever-deepening relationship with God. If you don't know how to do that, go back to Series 2 and go through Foundations again. We talk about 10 principles for how you can pursue God and grow in your relationship with God. You, first of all, you love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. So that's the first thing. The second thing he said is very like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. And one of the greatest ways to love your neighbor is to share with them your relationship with God. And so again, this really supports that the mission, and there's other places, maybe you can pause and think about some other places in Scripture that affirm this truth, that every believer's true mission in life is the same, is to help people pursue a relationship with God. So first, you pursue God. And then secondly, you help other people, you introduce other people to Jesus and to a relationship with God, starting with, by the way, your family. Husbands, starting with your wife. Parents, starting with your kids. Your responsibility is lead your kids into a relationship with God. More importantly than anything else, than any other goal for your kids or for your family, you should desire that they have a relationship with God like you do. And so start with them and help them encounter Jesus and get to know him, and then expand to neighbors and classmates and coworkers and all those other people. This is what it all boils down to. Keep it simple. Your mission in life, whether you ever go into full-time ministry, if you're a believer in Jesus Christ, your mission in life is to help people pursue God, starting with yourself, then going to your family, and then extending out to other people. Now, I want you to hit pause and discuss some of these questions here together, some practical activities that will help you accomplish this mission in these different arenas in your life. Once you're done discussing this, go to the next video. We're going to talk about 2 types of people and how they relate to your mission and your shadow mission in life.